Shadebinder. Keen masters of destruction, launch projectiles, freezing as many enemies as possible and shattering them all in one fell swoop. The Shadebinder ensures no foe is left standing. Winter's Wrath. Shadebinder harnesses the power of darkness to summon a stasis staff. The Shadebinder detonates a crystal on their staff, creating a devastating shockwave that shatters only their enemies. Fire stasis projectiles from their staff that explode on impact, and enemies hit by the crystalline shrapnel are immediately frozen solid. So I guess you do that and then you explode them. Welcome to the first in a series of Stasis Spotlight articles, where we'll be taking a look at Stasis via each of the 3 Guardian classes in Destiny 2. Stasis is the first new elemental power of Destiny since the original trio of Arc, Solar, and Void, and its introduction and Beyond Light will have ramifications for players across all aspects of the game, from narrative to combat, to the way in which players will customize their Guardians. Each Guardian class will feature a new Stasis subclass with Beyond Light, and as you might expect, each class will use Stasis in a unique way. Stasis is the domain of control, an element, power, that is less about outright aggression and more about careful control of enemy combatants and space. Sometimes even using the powers of Stasis in a defensive way. Hunters zipping by the blink of an eye while slowing down opponents in Stasis fields. Titans smashing their fists to the ground, launching jagged eruptions of Stasis crystals from the earth. No matter which class you prefer, Stasis will change the way you play in D2. By commanding Stasis and Beyond Light, players will have access to the new powers that change their approach to a fight in combat, to a fight. In combat, Stasis can manifest in multiple ways, including freezing or slowing opponents, creating crystalline Stasis structures, and even shattering frozen combatants. This range of options give players more ability to control large-scale fights than ever before. Close up. No class embodies the concept of freezing better than the Warlock Shadebinder. Imbued by stasis energy, the Shadebinder can summon a stasis staff that fires projectiles, which can freeze opponents, immediately rendering them immobile. The Shadebinder's Penumbral Blast melee attack is a quick burst of stasis energy that erupts from the staff and instantly freezes anyone it hits. From there, the Warlock can either deal with the frozen foes or leave them be and move on to more immediate threats. Looking to combine freezing with destruction, look no further than Shadebinder's Super, Winter's Wrath. Here, the Shadebinder summons the stasis staff that fires projectiles, instantly frees opponents. The second stage begins and the fight ends when the Guardian releases the staff, detonates the stasis crystal, and sends a devastating shatter shockwave that disintegrates nearby opponents. Customization. If you play Destiny for long enough, you know that choosing the right subclass for each situation can be critical to the outcome of a fight. Titans have their boobles, Warlocks have their wells. Skilled Guardians know how important these abilities can be in a pinch. With Beyond Light and Stasis, we're going to give even more flexibility to customize your subclass to your style of play. What the fuck is this menu? So I guess this is our new subclass menu. I don't know if this is just going to be for Stasis. The rest of the article might tell me, but just from like a first look, I don't know. It has little boxes below each one of the things, which I assume changes what you can choose. So 2 rifts, 3 mobile things, 3 grenades, and then your super, and then 2 aspects, which, if this is similar to that system I talked about forever ago, where you had like your core abilities and then like a major and minor perk, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Because I said that like 2 years ago about how cool that would be, and if this is their idea of doing it, hell yes. Each Stasis subclass and Beyond Light will give players the ability to customize abilities like grenades, movement modes, class abilities, and so on. In addition, we've added a new layer of customization with the addition of aspects and fragments. Aspects manifest as physical items in the world, such as crystallized Vex conflicts or robotic fallen arm, for example. When slotted in, aspects will offer players new abilities, among other effects. These abilities can be mixed and matched freely by the player. Many aspects will have the space for fragments to be slotted in. Fragments are also physical items you can discover in the world that, when applied to aspects, offer additional passive perks, such as stat bonuses that may come with penalties. Aspect upgrades are unique to each Stasis subclass, while fragment slots are class agnostic. How players combine these 2 different types of upgrades will lead to a range of customization options. That sounds fucking similar to what I was saying, which is awesome. That makes me excited. Really excited. So a big change to your thing, and then passive changes as well. Major and minor. I'm not saying that they took the idea, it's just that I'm happy that they had a similar, they're having a similar thought, which makes me really excited. Okay. Frost Pulse, a conflux trapped, motionless in crystal. Casting Rift generates a shock with the freeze. Ah, that's how that works. Okay. Whisper the Thoughts, beating frozen targets with weapons grants you super energy, minus intellect and discipline. There's a whole bunch of them too. And you can have 4 fragments? Or no, looks like you... wait. So your fragments are down there, and your aspects are up top. Damn, dude. For example, Warlock finds a Frost Pulse aspect in the world and equips it. This aspect augments their Rift ability, which now freezes any enemy caught in the field. The Frost Pulse aspect also has a fragment slot available, allowing further customization. This Warlock decides to slot in the Whisper of Refraction fragment that replenishes some of their class ability energy upon shattering enemies. They've now set themselves up with a nice 1-2 punch, and if played skillfully, can use this combo frequently. With its focus on freezing and shattering, the Shadebinder subclass promises to give Guardians that another reason to love their floaty Book 11 Warlocks. Fuck yeah. But no matter what class you like, all players will be able to take advantage of aspects and fragments, unlock even more ways to make your Guardian yours. In our next article, coming this Thursday, we'll be pointing the Stasis Spotlight at the class that loves to punch first, the Titan Behemoth. Check out the Stasis Hub to learn more about Stasis. What a great article! I'm so excited. I really hope that does... It's more than just Stasis that gets this love. Maybe it'll take more time, but I hope eventually every single subclass works this way. I'll be incredibly happy. The thing that gives me hope is the fact that this node right here exists in the way that this is set up. I wonder if you'll be able to change your... you know, on your other subclasses, a super... You know, so that way for Well of Radiance, lets you love all the support stuff. But, like, for Crucible, you're like, oh, I don't really... It's hard to kill people with this. You can slot in a Dawnblade, but I don't know. We'll see. But I'm really excited. So, yeah. That's a quick read. Hope you liked it. Awesome.